Member Anderson has to be excused.
Excuse me, please. Thank you. We have a quorum. Moving on to the approval of agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Councilmember Green, Councilmember Martinson. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Martinson,
Yes.
Councilmember Green,
Yes.
Councilmember Miller,
Yes.
Councilmember Piscoya,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson.
Yes.
Thank you. The agenda is approved. Moving on to the approval of the minutes. We have our August 11th, 2025 meeting minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Councilmember Johnson, Councilmember Martinson. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Green,
Yes.
Councilmember Miller,
Yes.
Councilmember Piscoya,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Martinson.
Yes.
Thank you. Minutes are approved. Moving on to communications. The first item we have is the news release from the Corps of Engineers noting the award of construction contract for a portion of Port of Nome modification project. If all you call, we all. City again is doing this year, and that's this week. Call 443-6663 prior to Friday if you would like to have things picked up. Sooner the better so that they can get into the schedule. We have an invitation from Pastor Bateman, the pastor and Mrs. Pastor Bateman of the Nome Church of the Nazarene. This week this month they will be celebrating their 80th anniversary of their ministry here in Nome. And I spoke personally with Reverend Bateman this afternoon, and I do intend to attend it if anybody else is available and would like to. It's Sunday, September 14th at 2:00. And we have a license transfer from the ABC board. This is for ownership transfer of a restaurant eating place license. And this is for the license that was active at the Bering Sea Bar and Grill. Now that would be at the Chinese restaurant. Council wish to take any action on this transfer? Are we supposed to actually vote on this? No. Okay. Thank you. Moving on to citizens' comments then. Are there members of the audience that would like to address the council this evening? Please come to the podium, state your name for the record.
Hi, my name is Ken Bungie. I'm here representing Block 93. I've been in contact with the city for over 2 years. We have a drainage problem. The water is not going to where it's engineered to go. And currently, I can't get the city to respond to any communications from the people I was told to talk to about this problem. I have a series of emails, and I guess I just want to say that my lot is not zoned as a retention pond for street water. That the city is legally responsible for getting the water to the drain system, and it's currently been negligent at this. I've been patient and professional. I've been waiting in line. I actually contacted the city over 2 years ago about this problem and was told in an email, yes, that is one of the bad ones, and the method used in the past doesn't work anymore. This is in 2024. Again, we haven't forgotten about you. Want to have the drainage flowing as expediently as possible. This is a year ago. I came to the city council about 8 months ago before freeze up because I hadn't heard anything back about this problem. At that time, this is 2025, we do not expect to be moving forward until late June at the soonest, depending on the weather and breakup is what we were talking about before. I'm not certain why. I'm a tax-paying citizen. I run a company here. I'm remodeling houses to try and create affordable housing for people. I have employees, and I can't understand why I'm not given the basic respect or professionalism of a response from 5 people I've been told to contact about this. Doesn't make sense to me. It's actually really sad, because I think that this project we're talking about is maybe like to take out the hump in 4th Avenue to get it to run down to Bering Street. We're talking about maybe 15 or 20 minutes with one of your guys' graders. There's a small hump in the road. You take that out, about 50% of this problem goes away. And I've been waiting 2 years. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, if this was happening at one of the council members' houses or something, I think the dozer would be over there in a couple weeks or something. So I understand that I am working to bring dirt in under my houses, and I have a plan to do that with a contractor at the end of the month. But to me, those are 2 actually separate things, because when I brought last year, I started bringing dirt in and the water came in and washed it away. And then I said, okay, so I built a curb system around the property, and the city came with 2 side dumps and raised the road like 3 inches and just completely flooded me back out. And this is not a small matter of water. Like, this last storm system that came in about half a day, I was flooded with 2 feet of water. We're talking about like 500,000 gallons. It's, and the matter and type of debris that is coming in with this street water is a biohazard. I mean, there's animal feces. I've seen feminine products. I've seen styrofoam, insulation. All of the water has like that rainbow sheen from all the oil and the coolant and everything coming in off of the road. And I don't understand why I can't get the city to respond or to just spend 20 minutes to take this hump out of the road. I understand that there's potentially some utilities involved, and that was what they told me a year ago. We need to coordinate with NJU because there's some utilities that we need to think about when we come to put in these low profile culverts, is what they're talking about. The culverts that they said, well, here's an example, go look at them so you can see what we're talking about. They're like tubes like about this big or something, right? I don't understand what utilities are running 6 inches under the road. Like, I know that there's drains way down underneath there, but even that being the case, there's been 2 years to coordinate all these people to do this job that I would imagine putting in these culverts would take maybe a day of work or less. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe let's say at the most 2 days. I mean, as a person who's been paying my taxes and doing all this good in the community, why can't I get any traction to get this very basic thing done when I see all this other work going on around me? I mean, there's like a brand new subdivision being put in over by the hospital. That's like months of work. I know that's a bigger organization, but it's like, again, I've been patient, I've been professional, I've been jumping through all the hoops. I have my permits, I've been talking to everyone I'm supposed to talk to. Well, here we're going on 2 years. I mean, what do I have to do to get you guys to come in and do what I understand is the job of the city, is legally responsible? Beg, like, get on my hands and knees, please stop flooding my property with millions of gallons of water. You know? And the thing is when I bring this dirt in, I keep saying this, and I'm also not getting a response, is when I bring this dirt in, it's gonna exacerbate this problem. And what's happened in the past is it's made a big lake in the intersection, and then the cities come and raise the road. So it's still not gonna, we still have to work together to solve the problem, to get the water to go to the drains where it's engineered to, with the dirt or without the dirt. Can the city council talk to why I contacted, I think I wrote this down, if you want more information about the emails that have been going back and forth. The last series of emails I did, I've been avoiding using people's direct names just because I don't think it's professional, but I contacted the point person I was told to contact at Public Works July 9th, 2025. I got no response. I again sent out an email August 19th. This was the email with all 5 people that are supposed to be involved in the project. This is August 19th, and I still have not received a response. That's a question, I guess. Why haven't I received a response, and why hasn't this seemingly small, simple project been done in 2 years?
Well, I don't know the answer to that, but can you give a copy of that email to the clerk?
I only have highlights, but I would be happy to provide all the emails I have and correspondences over the last 2 years.
If you would do that so we can follow through the chain, and I assume that it's Cole Cushman that you were talking to?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing that's a little bit concerning to me is that I don't think it's bad to be advocating for myself and my property. And I've had some sidebar type conversations with people from the city saying like, well, why are you putting in these public information requests trying to get the engineering specs of where the water is supposed to go? Everyone's aware of the problem. It's going to get taken care of. And you coming to the city council meeting and asking for these public information requests is just stirring the pot and making it worse for you. To me, I'm like, well, what the heck is that? Like, I'm not doing anything bad. I'm not doing anything illegal. All this is public information. I'm trying to get my property protected and have the city do what it's supposed to do. How is that making me a bad citizen? It just doesn't, it just doesn't make sense to me, you know? It really makes me sad because I'm here trying to do all this stuff and I'm still getting flooded out.
Is Mr. Blees in any of those correspondence?
I'm not exactly sure. I didn't bring the email because, like I said, I'm trying not to just throw people under the bus and say this person was in this email and that person was in this email. I'm trying to take a more proactive approach that we all need to work together to solve this problem. I've done everything you guys have asked me for, and I've been waiting for 2 years and I still can't get any response. And I just don't understand why or what else I need to do. I am going to bring dirt under the houses, but that's not going to solve this problem. I think it's actually going to make it worse. I'm not a public works engineer, but just from my experience of bringing the dirt in and seeing what happens, it's going to make a huge mess for everyone.
Well, we use an open drainage system in most of the community. There is very little buried drainage for stormwater.
Yeah.
It used to be that all of it ran through utilidors that no longer exist into the city water and sewer system. And I think that we've all been party in the past to having the neighbor fill the lot so that the next person has to fill the lot, and it kind of goes down the street. But if you could get, because I guess I've talked to you a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and then I thought that something was happening on it.
And I understand what you're saying also, but in a way, I kind of feel that's like gaslighting and saying it's my fault that the water's coming in when it's the city's responsibility legally to get the water to go to the drains. I would also say, I can't prove this, but I think that this water is actually causing the damage on the property because everybody knows here, whenever you have standing water somewhere, it sinks and gets worse and worse and worse. So I think the main thing is if we do this tiny bit of work to get the water to go down to Bering, that's what's happening is it's going halfway down the road, stopping and coming right back. If that was going down to Bering, I do believe it would alleviate a fair amount because it wouldn't be getting stuck at that corner. And that's such a small amount of work that I've been asking for. And that doesn't have anything to do with the utilities or with buried drains or anything like that. I suspect one of the neighbors brings a lot of gravel. Over time, it's gone into the road, it's made a hump. But why you can't just dig the blade down and correct that, it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe because I'm there seeing where the water's going, and that's why at a certain point I was trying to sit down with Mr. Cushman and discuss the project. Because I say, well, I'm here, I see when it's raining, I see where it's going, I see where it's not going. And that was when things started to kind of stand still, was I couldn't get a sit down with him for whatever reason to just talk about the plans that are going forward and what I should do on my property. Should I put a culvert in on my property that diverts the water? I don't know. So it's not just coming onto my lot, it's coming also, the other neighbors around me are also being affected by this water. I'm just getting it worse because I'm the lowest spot. But the people behind me, they're also getting flooded out quite a bit, 8 inches, something to that effect. But it's a large amount of water over a short period of time, like 1.5 to 2 feet in a matter of three hours, a half a day, something like that. Like everything's floating on my property.
That's a lot of water.
Anyway, thank you for your time. I will can I get your email, or how do I get linked into you to send you the emails? Please? I thought this was going to be something where I contacted Nome Joint Utility first when I was paying my utilities. I was like, I don't know, there's this problem that's been going on. I thought this would just be like a quick conversation. They agreed, hey, this is a problem. We need to get in there, take care of it. I had no idea this was going to turn into a 2-year thing, and I was going to be sending these emails and not getting responses and all this stuff. I guess that's the part that kind of makes me sad, is like, this seems like such a simple, easy thing that why is it just getting done? Why is it getting dragged on for multiple years? Anyway, thank you again for your time. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, is there anybody else that would like to address the council? All right. Moving on then to new business, we have a memo from the Parks and Recs Director requesting approval for updates to the fee schedule. Wonder if Lee and Nikki had a chance to look at this.
Nikki, have you seen this update?
I did see the memo. I didn't compare it to the January fee schedule. But I know that Director Leeper is trying to update his square register and noted that things were not accurate anymore, that things had increased.
All right, so this did some changes and just corrections to hours, but there was a change to the fee. Suggested change throughout the day, and well, for any use of the rec center. This then is not having anything to do with the daily, people going in, but this is for the actual facility rental. So is there a motion to approve the changes to the rec center rental schedule as recommended by the Director of Parks and Rec.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Thank you, Councilmember Martinson, Councilmember Green. Is there any discussion? A roll call, please, then, on its adoption.
Councilmember Miller,
Yes.
Councilmember Piscoya,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Martinson,
Yes.
Councilmember Green.
Yes.
Thank you. So that request has been approved, and let's just say that it's effective October 1, so that there's a opportunity to get the information out to the public.
I'll update.
Thank you. The next item we have is from the Finance Director with requesting a reallocation of the 2023 and 2024 NSCDC Community Benefit Share funds. The council did approve use of the 2023 funds for a portion for the senior center oven replacement and the balance for the rec center. And then there were allocations in 2024 to various programs in the community. Finance Director is recommending that they be reallocated. The oven replacement was actually about $2,500 more than had been allocated. And so in this thing, basically, it's moving things around so that some things planned for 2024 will be used in 2023 funds and vice versa. Essentially, it's the same budget, pretty close, but just moved into a different year of funding. Did I explain that correctly, Nikki?
Yes, there's an increase on the oven that you mentioned, and then I decreased the rec center renovation funding by the difference with the oven. And then I moved the rec center project to the bottom as there's been a delay in that, and Public Works is working on a new schedule to get those things completed.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the reallocation of the 2023 and 2024 NSCDC CBS funds as outlined in the Finance Director's September 3rd memo?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Thank you, Councilmember Johnson, Councilmember Martinson. Any discussion?
Not to do so much with the budget, but I just heard Nikki said they're pushing back the sauna and locker room work. What's the status of that? Or do we have to follow up with Lee on that?
I would say, Nikki, I don't know if you have the answer to that, but I think that's probably go ahead.
The short answer right now is there's some staffing issues at Public Works, and so Cole is working on how to get that work done.
Okay. With that, if there are no further questions, can we have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Piscoya,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Martinson,
Yes.
Councilmember Green,
Yes.
Councilmember Miller.
Yes.
Thank you. That reallocation request is passed. And the final item we have is the appointment of the election judges and clerks for the upcoming city election. Mr. Clerk, would you read Resolution 25-09-01 by title?
Resolution 25-09-01, a resolution appointing election judges and clerks for the 2025 municipal election and setting their compensation.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 25-09-01?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Councilmember Green, Councilmember Piscoya. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Martinson,
Yes.
Councilmember Green,
Yes.
Councilmember Miller,
Yes.
Councilmember Piscoya.
Yes.
Thank you. The resolution is approved. That brings us to citizens' comments again. Are there members of the audience who would like to address the council? Seeing none, move on to utilities. I think this last week, about the only thing to report to you was on a mishap that occurred between a truck and a pole in Icy View. Luckily, nobody was hurt, but a pole with a three-phase bank got caught in a truck bed, and that has been repaired and is an issue that then goes on to the insurance company. Under city manager report, we have a report from the port director, and are there any questions on the memorandum? Or is there anything that anybody would like enlightenment on?
I got one question.
Yes.
Is this, come to the podium, is that Snake River Mortgage Facility, that's the local facility on the west end of Snake River, where it be developed into a local harbor type of thing? I mean, it's all local harbor, I mean, a local boat launch and stuff like
A
that.
small vessel barge in the Snake River.
Is that the Snake River Mortgage Facility? No,
Yes,
same thing?
yes.
So-
South of the Jacket Bridge on the west side.
Okay. So basically,
Grant we were awarded.
and then there's more, see, multiple submittals are necessary to meet compliance. Any idea when that will start?
I'm hoping it'll start next summer,
Oh.
but we're still working, jumping through the hoops from the USDOT grant funding program to check all their boxes so that they'll sign the grant agreement and with the city. And we'll be able to release the designer to finish design because we submitted with conceptual. So completing design is part of the grant funding. Can't spend any funds on the designer until we sign the grant agreement. So we're checking boxes. I think we'll be closed probably in the next 3 weeks, 2 weeks, maybe.
Is there a time limit?
Sorry.
Is there a time limit on money before
I think
work has
it's
to be
like
done?
5 years. And it's a 1-year project. Basically, if we can start at the beginning of the season, we feel it's a 1-year project with the floats being mobilized the following season on the first barge and being launched. So 1 calendar year, but over a summer and finish the beginning of the next summer.
You have a conceptual design type of thing,
Yes,
huh?
yes.
That'd really be cool to bring that back up again because
Absolutely. It was part of the grant application when we got that. In fact, I just asked P&D today to give us a rendering on that project.
Yeah.
Kind of like we have on the expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
They're
be
putting something together. I'll bring it back to you guys next time.
great, thank you.
Anyone else?
Thank you. Moving on then to council member comments.
Councilmember comments, Councilmember Green.
Other than wanting to find out a little more about what's happening in the drainage, so I thought something was gonna happen from the stuff this spring.
We will find out what's going on.
Nothing other than that.
All right, thank you.
Councilmember Miller.
I'm really happy to see a square in the rec center. That's a good step forward, I think. I was asking for that. We're kind of being a stickler about that, but no other comments.
Thank you.
Councilmember Piscoya.
I have no comments, thank you.
Councilmember Martin.
I have nothing.
Councilmember Johnson.
So as you call we haul, that was in our packet. I didn't see that in the paper, do we? Are we advertising it?
I wasn't involved in the organization of the U-Haul, We-Haul. So, I have an answer for that.
So that's one thing is I noticed this sort of thing is we have a really lucky to have an excellent paper in town, a local paper that's doesn't just regurgitate national news, actually have local written articles, and I think it's really helpful to have, and we do have a budget. I actually looked it up to see how much budget we had to see, because I know we're trying to save some funds as well. Yeah, we have about $20,000 amongst between the city clerk, the administration, and things like that, postings.
It doesn't quite work like that, but I hear
That's
what you're saying.
that's what's on the dollar amount. All I see is dollars and cents. I don't know. So that's good.
Yeah, depends on who's putting it, what it gets allocated against. And I use up every inch of mine.
Well, through the city clerk.
And so, yeah, I asked administration not to borrow from my line item budgets.
Well, this came out of Public Works. There was $200 in Public Works. So if that's the reason why, then that might be something that we need some more public notice, if we need public notice. It might be something to consider.
Yep.
And the other question is, I don't know who, without the city manager here, I don't know who would answer, but I think we budgeted like 25 grand on a PR firm. Are we using that? Maybe this is a Nikki question.
That'd be a lead question.
Or a Lee?
Yeah.
Are we spending those funds in the budget, Nikki? For the PR line item?
Are you talking about for the PIO portion of the PR?
Well, no, I saw something in the budget about 25 grand for PR firm, and that maybe it's
We had,
public information officer. No, I think it was in a contracted amount. One of the line items.
I know that we had Thompson and Company and helping initially when Megan came on board. And, but after that, I don't believe that we've utilized them for anything else.
That might be something to consider if we're short on, well, like I said, we have really good paper, we have a good radio station. If we're short on local funding to let people know, we can reallocate some of that money from the out-of-town company that's really not producing a lot that I can see anyway.
Yeah,
But maybe there's things behind the scenes I don't see.
no, I think that that contract, I believe, was just went away. I believe is what happened to it.
Well, good. Maybe we have some more budget that the city clerk and other staff can use to.
We could certainly look at that and possibly bring it back to you guys for reallocation.
Okay, all right, thank you. That's all I had.
Great, thank you. We got everybody? Okay. I guess the other items besides the U-Haul, We-Haul, and school being back in session here, so watch for school buses. And the Nazarene 80th anniversary celebration this weekend. On the 23rd at 6 p.m., there will be a little open house or ceremony, I guess it's out on the outside, hosted by King Island, the Village of Solomon, and the utility up at the new work that was done on 6th Avenue for utilities to kind of recognize that project. And if you had an opportunity to drive up in that area here recently, buildings are already going onto the properties. And the Barron Street Housing, actually a couple of lots that they had up there, now they have moved a building in. And it's amazing, I guess, looking around town, the things that have all of a sudden popped that had been on the drawing boards for some period of time. So we'll send a actual notice so you can put it on your calendar if you would like to stop by. And it's just a good thing to recognize the cooperation between the tribes here and the city and the utility for improvements and expansions to our community. And with that, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.